All right, we're back. We're going to check out the situation that's popping off in Italy. So, the government has domestic can opener, developing can opener. I thought there was domestic car production. I'm like, I don't know what that means. This is about universal suffrage. Someone's trying to keep wealth voting. Yeah, okay, so that's why the Italian capitalists are mad, because they don't like universal suffrage. So that makes me more inclined to align with the Italian government and the. But let's see what other changes the capitalists have made to the country. They're on national supremacy, state religion, elected bureaucrats, secret police, whereas Italy is on all those same things. Interventionism, they like laissez-faire. Mercantilism is the same. So the capitalists like a laissez-faire economy. Oop, now we're in the States. Censorship, no workers' rights, child labor allowed. Yeah, it's looking all pretty similar. Still, universal suffrage is a good thing. So let's see what the government would like. Diplomatic pacts. They would bankroll us. I don't really need a bankroll. I would like an obligation. An obligation would be useful to me. Alright. We are supporting Italy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mobilize the 1st Brazilian Army. And I'm going to put them here on the front. And then I'm going to mobilize the 1st Brazilian Reserve Army. And I'm going to put them here in the south. And we'll see kind of how that goes. Obviously, this is costing us a barrel full of cash, but it's not a problem. We will probably be having more countries supporting us. Supporting the government as the time goes on, although they might not. Prussia and Russia are both potentially interested. I'm going to improve relations with Russia again, because relations seem to have stalled out with Russia. All my other relations with the European powers, except for Spain, are pretty solid. Except for Great Britain, who's mad at me for reasons that I do not understand. We lost our ties with Persia. I should be able to declare an interest everywhere at this point. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, I don't. I don't have gigantic, That's interesting. I thought that was based primarily on naval power projection, but apparently, that's not the only thing. So, yeah, that's a pretty significant shortage. Let's just pop taxes up for the moment and let that go. So, now, all of these armies need to have air recon enabled in their mobilization options. Oh, I'm going to lose some org if I do this. You know what? It's going to be worth it in the long run. They'll have plenty of time to get where they're going. And now I can go ahead and queue in those aircraft carriers. So, I think I said I was going to do 20 in each. So let's go ahead and build 15 in Maranhão, 5 in Bahia, and then for the Armada Nacional, we'll put 10 levels in Miranda, and we'll do 10 levels in we'll do 10 levels in Zulia. I don't want to make any bets here. So, that means that our war machine industries should be producing at a rapid rate at this time. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so now they're starting to really hire, which should be just fine. Our armies are a little bit low on organization, but they're getting it back as they wait for the battle to start. And maybe I'll put them on defense, but I don't think I necessarily need to. I think they'll be more than able to sort themselves out. We got another diplomatic play going involving Belgium, communist revolt in Belgium. I'm going to declare neutrality on this. I don't necessarily need to involve myself there. Again, I think it's not perfect for our armies to be in here and when they're at a little bit of a disadvantage, but they should be fine. So, all of these businesses are continuing to hire, continuing to produce more. And there's the War Among the Clouds event. Nero de Fonseca has gained renown not merely for utilizing aircraft in battle, but for even flying one himself over the skies of Tuscany. The papers are calling him the Fighting Eagle. He's astounding. I can't tell if it'd be better to parade him around at home or keep sicking him on everyone in Tuscany. Hero worship will help domestically, increases our war support, which we don't need, and gives him popularity. Or heroes need to stay in the war, gives him offense. Definitely going to give him offense. That sounds great. So we are squaring off with the armies of the Italian capitalist revolt. As you can see, we are winning handily here. It looks like our allies are rocking trench infantry and shrapnel artillery. Probably our enemies are, enemies are the same way. So that shouldn't be a problem. And has the air power increased our army power projection? Looks like a little bit. We'll definitely be increasing our power projection significantly. In fact, let me go ahead and roll these naval bases all the way to the top of the queue. I probably should have put the industry at the bottom just to make that more efficient, but I didn't because I'm a big dumb goof. Just like all your favorite YouTubers. I am a big dumb goof. I am no different. Alright, here we are pressing rapidly forward. This is actually... We're doing a proper foot blitzkrieg here. We are just taking the states like nobody's business. Every battle starts with the enemy in panicked retreat. It's in the words of Indian Idol, this is modern war. And in the south, we're already in... Well, in the south, our enemies are doing better, but that's all right. Oh yeah, we're already at 98%. All right, so this war is going to sort itself out real fast. Wonderful. Standard of living has taken a little bit of a stagger. Exercise with Romania against a revolt in El Salvador. Again, I'm going to declare neutrality because it actually might be a good opportunity to take control of El Salvador if I can get them into my faction, but now's not the time, clearly. I think this war is definitely highlighting the cost to me militarily, of being involved in military adventures. I should put one of these huge fleets that I built into the action, huh? That's probably a good way to win a war. We'll put some of you guys on raiding convoys. That's very smart. I'm a very smart cat. Hey, there's oil in Monte Grosso. Encourage this trend. Oil is the future. Oof, didn't pause. Should have paused. Alright. That is the end of the war. Or pretty much the end of the war. They're going to take another, 15 weeks to get ready to surrender. So we can drop taxes back down. That's perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine with having low taxes. It does put us into, just slightly into the red. And that's okay. Although not as much into the red as I was thinking we might. Second Brazilian Fleet can go ahead and... I'm going to keep the Second Brazilian Fleet in the north, and I'm going to keep the Armada Nacional in the south. And we're just going to leave those there for now. See where they're going to go. Oh my goodness, there's a huge rebellion in the United States. The radical United States of America. Radical! Okay, so I'm going to ignore this thing going on in France. I'm going to ignore this thing going on in Senegal. And I'm going to focus on the United States, which is going absolutely buck wild. So what's the government doing? The government is trying to restrict child labor, and the radicals are not having it. Interesting. They're a universal suffrage parliamentary republic headed up by the petite bourgeoisie and the intelligentsia, and then the government is headed up by the industrialists and the southern planters. Gosh, what a strange situation to be going all sideways in America. That's curious. Would either of you like my assistance? Both of you would. I want the money so bad. No, I'm not. I'm gonna stop. Brazil will stand on its own. It will stop relying on foreign donations. I am gonna ask for an obligation, however, from the American government, because restricting child labor is a thing that I support. So let's get our ships to where they need to be. We'll put the Armada Nacional over there, and we'll put the 2nd Brazilian Fleet over here, and we'll get our armies on the way as well. So, 1st Brazilian Army will go... Okay, so Florida is not involved in this thing. Put them over there, and then the 1st Brazilian Reserve Army, we'll put you in Texas. So how big of an army does the rebel... Not that big. Did America go to professional army? No, it's a national militia still. I guess its armies are just generally pretty small. The rules of Chancellor Lewis Hallowell. Well-floating parliamentary republic. On the other hand, the radicals are a universal suffrage state, which is better for sure. This is an Albanian revolt. Yep. That's what that looks like. We'll go ahead and grab... We'll go ahead and grab the 4th Brazilian Army, and we'll bring them in as well. And we'll put them over here on one of these upper fronts. Just to help sort things out. Alright. So I think we'll go to the end of the year, and then we'll be good to go. We are, once again, short on cash. So, let's go ahead and... We'll take taxes back up to medium. We're in a war again, so it's justifiable. We've mobilized another army. It looks like force comparisons are going to be excellent. I just want to make sure I don't get outmaneuvered. So where's the rebel capital? There's the Italian capitalist revolt dealt with. Where are they based? Texas. Oh, interesting. Oh, Texas is their primary zone. Interesting. Maybe I'll put the... Maybe I'll put a stronger army down there. It feels a little weird that they're only mostly defending their... French Republic sides with Spain. But against whom? Oh my goodness, there's a rebellion in Spain popping off as well. Revolutionary Spain. Unfortunately, this one I cannot afford to be involved with at the same time. And anyway, Spain doesn't want me. I can support the rebels, but I don't want to fight France. So we'll just go ahead and let this one go. Albanian rebellion in the Ottoman Empire can't be bothered. Bremen, Bornu, either way, can't be bothered. Things are popping off in America right now, and I've just got to... Tidor. Still don't want it. Can't you see my tempestuous northern neighbor has some stuff going on? I cannot be bothered right now. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. So hopefully we'll be able to close out the New York front pretty fast, and then this force comparison will not matter. We're almost here. And that's the state. Alright, perfect. And I'm going to put the 4th Brazilian Army on the front with Texas, actually. We're going to transfer them all the way down there. And that's just going to be to make sure that we can get the enemy capital. We don't have... All our other forces are over here. Over here on the on what I kind of see as an important secondary front, not the main one, but an important secondary one. And then our other army will sort itself out over there. Trucial uprising in the Middle East and another uprising in Sulu. Hey, there's elevators. Wonderful. Undefended front. Where? Washington, Sonora. Oh, over here. Yeah, I think I can live with that. Because again, if we can get Texas, that's their capital. And they are in panicked retreat over there. Again, these diplomatic plays are none, absolutely none of my business whatsoever. Whatsoever. We are losing a war here, a naval battle here. Wow, America has a ton of fleets. Look at this. Look at this, 464 flotillas. Oh, heck. Hold on, I need to put my Armada Nacional together over here. I didn't realize. Oh, my goodness. Well, we've got Texas now, and we've got significant occupation on the enemy at this point. So, let's see, 35% occupation. So I think Portuguese mass immigration, heck yes. So I think at this point I can consider the war pretty well in hand. It's not over yet. It's certainly not over with war sport scores like this, but I'm feeling like we're doing pretty well. Finances are a little better. I'm going to drop taxes back down. We stopped building, so we're doing just fine. All right. So with that having been said, it's the end of the episode. And it's the end of the final episode of the Victorian century. It is now 1937. We've built Brazil up from a small, not small necessarily, but from a power very much considered in the smaller powers of the world, a non-European power, into the greatest power in the world. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty full of myself about that. We built a big canal. We were the first people to outlaw child labor and put kids in school full time. We were the first people to... we might be the first people to have done universal suffrage. There's definitely a list of firsts, which I'll put in the description so that y'all can see it. But yeah, we've had a great accomplishment. We've built up a huge population. We've built up a huge economy. We've built up an amazing standard of living, pretty solid literacy, and an extremely loyal population. So I am feeling pretty good. We'll do a few more episodes just to finish out the Exploiting the Amazon and Populating the Americas events, and then we'll be good to go. So for now, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I'll see you on the other side.